Hi, good afternoon, my dear students. Welcome back to our 10th class. So, I hope all are fine and take care. Okay, and once again, I welcome you all to the social science class. Today, we are going to a new chapter from economics, the first chapter of economics. Okay, economics is the scientific and systematic study about wealth. Okay, different types of wealth are there. Okay, human resource, the human being itself is a resource. Their intelligence, their physical work, okay, their manpower, all these things will come under wealth. Okay, and the the grand total of all the works done by the human being is what is known as a wealth. Okay, and that we are converting into currency. Okay, into many forms we are using the wealth. Okay, in ancient time, human beings exchanged goods and services through for service to service as well as for goods to goods. Okay, and after long years after only we used what using currency or coin system. Okay, before that it was, we know that it is called a barter system. Okay, for example, I want to purchase a cow. Okay, and I have five goats or six goats. Okay, what I will do, I will take my six goats and I will go to market. And at the same time, sometime there may be some people will be there, they want goats. Okay, and our aim is to purchase a cow, so we will be taking our goats to the market. At the same time, another farmer may be there, they want to exchange the cow with the goat. Okay, so we will go there, that person will go to the market and he will sell the six cows to another farmer and he will be getting a one cow. Okay, so this kind of system was known as what, barter system. Okay, and it's like many things were exchanged in the market. Okay, those who are giving 50 or 100 eggs, sometimes they may get 2 or 3 hen. Okay, or cock. So this like system is known as barter system. Okay, today in this chapter we are going to discuss about development. The first chapter of economics is development. Development means many meanings we can see say for development, growth, progress. Okay, these are the synonyms of development. Okay, development is a slow process. Okay, sometimes development may occur very fastly, but it is a gradual process and it will be a gradual and sustainable process. Okay, so such growth is known as development. Okay, we are developing according to our age. Human being also developing physically and mentally and emotionally, they are developing. Like that, our economy system, okay, our money is also, our nation is also, person, society, nation, everything is developing. Okay, and what are the criteria, what are the conditions, what are the salient conditions or criteria for development? Okay, so in this chapter we are focusing on the criteria, the definition of development. Okay, so according to one economist, Meyer and Baldwin. Okay, Meyer and Baldwin, they are collaborated each other and they founded a definition for development. Okay, so on page number 137, second paragraph, in second line you can see the definition of Professor Meyer and Baldwin. According to them, economic development is a process whereby an economy's real national income increases over a long period of time. Did you understand anything? I shall repeat once again. Economic development is a process whereby an economy's real national income increases over a long period of time. So here you can see three important words are very important. Just underline those words. These are very important. One is process. Development is a process. It is a gradual phenomena. Okay, maybe sudden or slow, but it is developing. It is some changes are happening there. Okay, and second one is national income, and third one is long period of time. Okay, so these three things are very important: process, real national income, long period. Okay, so development is very important for the growth of a country. Okay, even a person himself is trying to get good job. Okay, why we are coming to school? Because ourselves and our parents has a dream about us. Okay, after our studies we want to go that line. We want to become IAS, deputy collector, or scientist. Okay, maybe teacher, doctors, engineers. Okay, aeronautical engineers. Many professions are there. Okay, so in order to go to achieve these goals, we want to travel through some journeys, some through experiences. Okay, and experience makes a man perfect. Okay, through continuous education, training, and supervision of these things, a person is becoming a perfect. Okay, so in order to reach up to 10th class, you want to pass through many steps. Okay, sometimes there may be failure. So you might have know the meaning of failure also. Failure is not actually, it is not a failure, it is first attempt in learning. Okay, so don't fear about fails. Fails are attempt for learning. Fails are first attempt in learning. Okay, and in this occasion I would like to remember Mr. Edison. Okay, Edison was invented the electric bulb. Can we imagine a life without electric bulb nowadays? He tried to invent this electric bulb more than many times. Okay, thousands of times he tried to invent this electric bulb. Okay, many times he failed, but he doesn't give up his goal. Okay, last he became success, and he was born in that self fighting. Okay, defeating our own negative sides. Okay, so patience is very important for development, sustenance, and the continuous process. That is why we use the word process. It is a continuous activity. Continuous activity is known as a process. In our environment we can see water cycle. It is a natural process. Okay, for a water cycle we can see evaporation, condensation, precipitation. It is a continuous process. Okay, if anything is missing, it will affect the second one, and if the second thing is missing, it will affect the third thing. So it is a continuous process. Okay, so in a society, if any person lost any job, it will affect that family. Okay, suppose a family's breadwinner passed away due to any disease or any accident, definitely that family will be in trouble. Okay, shortage of food will be there, lot of grievances will be there for that family. Okay, like that, if anything happened to a group of people in the society due to many lack of job opportunities. Suppose imagine some people are working, some group of people are working in a bank in nearby your locality. Imagine one day the government has banned the running of that bank. Immediately what will happen? Maybe 20 or 50 people will be working in that bank in different areas, from sweeper to the manager level. Okay, so it will affect the society. Okay, many people might have deposited cashes in that bank. Okay, so they will feel a kind of discomfort. Okay, there will be uncertainty will be there. Okay, so if anything happen to any social institution, it will affect the surrounding people. Okay, so we can say it is development is a process. It is a gradual continuation of activity. Okay, that is known as process. And second one, we know real national income. When we discuss about real national income, there are mainly three sectors are there which provide job or vocations. Okay, professions or job or vocations. Okay, or we call it as employment. Okay, you might have heard about this word employment. Those who have job and earning, we call them that system is known as employment. And many people are there without having job, even though they might have studied lot, maybe taken degrees or many post graduations. Then also job opportunities are there less, maybe due to high population. Okay, tight competition, many factors are there. Okay, so there are mainly three factors are there under an employment. We can say the income is generated by mainly three factors, three regions, three zones. Okay, so first one we call it as primary sector. For example, agriculture. Okay, in India, around 75% of the people are engaged in agriculture. Traditionally, the habit of India is on the basis of agriculture. And you might have heard about one great freedom fighter of India. Once he told like this: I know only one culture. That is agriculture. Okay, just to find out who told these words. Okay, I know only one culture, that is agriculture. So it gives an importance to agriculture, and agriculture, the farmers, or we call in Hindi we call kisan. Okay, kisans, they are farmers, are the backbone of a country. Okay, if I have lot of currency in my pocket, dollar or many other currencies, dollar or dirham or rupees, whatever may be, for eating food, we want food. Okay, we can't directly eat or swallow money or coins. It will not fulfill our need of hungry. Okay, in order to fulfill our hungry and thirsty, we want to eat or drink something. Okay, money can't fulfill this. Money is only a means of exchange. Okay, so first one is primary thing is agriculture. Okay, agriculture is known as the backbone of a country. Okay, so agriculture has that much importance in our society. Not only in our society, all. Okay, around more than 70% of the people in the world are engaged in the field of agriculture. Okay, maybe farmers or fishing, sericulture, many cultures are there. Apiculture, sericulture, horticulture, pisciculture. Okay, these are different types of agriculture. Okay, and second one we can say secondary sector. For example, teaching like profession is considered as secondary profession, secondary economic activity. First one is primary economic activity is agriculture. Secondary is, we can say, health care, education. Okay, these are part of secondary sector. We can see many doctors and nurses are giving services to the people. Okay, so health is very important. Health and education we can say under secondary sector. Okay, and coming to third sector, we can say banking, insurance. Okay, the ATM systems what we are using now, all this will come under banking sector. Okay, banking, insurance, then transportation and telecommunication. In order to move from one place to another, transportation is very important. Landforms we are using, airways, sea, waterways, many ways are there. Okay, And in India, majority people are engaged in the field of transportation just after agriculture. Okay, the important job employment in India is in the field of railway lines. Railway department is giving the most job opportunity in India. Okay, so that is about tertiary sector. Okay, and we shall repeat: banking, insurance, then transport and telecommunication. We have telecommunication now. We are using television, radio, internet. Okay, many social medias, YouTube, WhatsApp, okay, Instagram, Telegram, many things. Okay, so this social interaction is very important for growth of a country or a nation. Okay, communication is known as the oxygen of relationship is very important within the country as well as external affairs. Okay, there should be good relationship with our neighbors also. You might have heard about 3 countries in the world. They are the happiest country in the world. That is Sweden, Ireland and Finland. Sweden, Norway and Ireland. Okay, these are the happiest countries in the world. Sweden, Finland and Norway. Okay, and Ireland is coming 5th or 6th in the rank. And these countries, they are not spending even a penny for their defense, because they are keeping good neighboring relationship. Okay, and they are saving that money and they are spending those money or income for the development of the country through education and health. Whereas when we come to our country, what is the thing? Majority of our wealth, more than 60% of our wealth or income, we are spending for defending our country from the neighbors. Okay, in the northwest we can see Nepal, China. In the northwest we can see Pakistan, Afghanistan, and in east we can see Bangladesh, Myanmar, in south Sri Lanka and Maldives. So this country, we have a lot of neighbors are there. Actually, if we are making good relationship with these neighbors, definitely we can reduce the expenditure over defense. Okay, we are looking after our soldiers. Definitely we want to care them, but look at the case of European countries. They are not spending huge amount of money in the case of defense. That money they are keeping in as an investment for future generation, for their education, for the health care. Okay, health and education is the most important or most core element of elementary factors of a country's development. Okay, so for a welfare country will not spend lot of money on defense. If we are spending, what will happen? We will lag in many cases like health, education. Okay, many things. And still India is not a developed country. Okay, there are 3 types of countries are there in the world. One is highly developed countries like America, Britain, Japan. Like that countries are highly technologically they are well advanced. Okay, and sometimes they may be controlling remaining countries in the world. Okay, they may be acting as world police. Okay, and coming we can see next type of government countries are known as developing. They are not still developed, but they are on the slow process of developing. Some countries like Britain, we can say India, South Africa. Okay, these are some countries, we call them like Brazil. Okay, Brazil, India, South Africa, these countries are known as developing countries. Okay, and some other countries are there, we call them underdeveloped, like some African countries like Somalia. It's a good example for underdeveloped countries. Okay, so these how these categories are came because of the main important reason was exploitation or colonialization by the imperialist countries in the 17th, 18th and 19th centuries. Still we can see this colonialization in different forms, like nowadays, you know, Europe, other our enemies, our these western countries are not attacking us as they attacked in the 17th and 18th centuries. Now they are attacking financially. Okay, they are we the people are attracted to their product and we are purchasing their product, and as a result what will happen, the money is drained to their country, and the indigenous or the people, those who are producing our own local products, will not be sold out in the market. As a result, those producers will be facing lot of financial loss, and they will go to indebtedness, and finally they will commit suicide. It's like things we are daily reading through the newspapers and watching through television and radio. Okay, so financial growth is very very important for the development of a person, a family, a society, a country. Okay, so studying about wealth is very very important. Okay, these things we can study in the business studies, in the commerce. Later we can study many things about these things in the commerce as well as business studies. Okay, so these are the basic things about the economics. And you know, once 15 years back, Amartya Sen, he was a laureate in economics. He got a Nobel Prize for economics from India. Okay, you know, in India we can see some people, they got Nobel Prize for, like, just like Rabindranath Tagore, Mother Teresa, and the third one was Amartya Sen. Okay, and when we go to Bangladesh, there is also another person is there. His name is Muhammad Yunus Khan. Muhammad Yunus, here he is the founder of self-help group in order to develop the country through microfinance, helping each other. Mutual helping is known as microfinance. Okay, and in Pakistan we can see another person. His name is Mehboob Haq. Okay, so these are the three important economists in the Indian subcontinent, including India, Bangladesh and Pakistan. So I hope you understood this part of first chapter, the introduction of the development, and please go through the textbook, read yourself and try to find out the answers also. Okay, and till meeting next class, bye bye, have a nice day. Thank you.